This is awesome! I have been waiting to do this video for a long time. I'm in Titletown, USA. Welcome to Lambeau Field. You can just feel the energy when you walk in here. You almost hear the crowd, the roar of the crowd here. And I mean, I'm here in July, so we are still a solid month plus before preseason starts. But this place brings them in, here with my son again, and I am so excited to get inside and check out where Brett Favre, we got Aaron Rodgers, oh, we got Mr. Bart Starr as well, going back in the day, and now we got Mr. Jordan Love as our starting QB here at the home of the Packers. So much history here, so much excitement, so much to see. Let's go. One of the ways to get into the stadium right here, the special exceptions gate. There's always a special exception for me, but I don't think it's good enough to get in from over here. And here's the rules and regulations. So if you come to Lambeau, be a good sport. Otherwise, they're going to kick you out of here. Behind me is the Miller Lite Gate. And it's pretty neat because they got this like little beer garden up here. And you're always able to watch the Green Bay Packers, no matter what time of the year it is, you get to see them. Something I want to show you, and we're going to get a closer look as we do some touring of Green Bay itself a little later in this video. But check this out, right across the street, you got these houses that theme themselves. Some of them have their own little football fields in the backyard. It's unreal. Some just go by the colors of the Green Bay Packers. And there goes the Green Bay Packers trolley over there. Just give me a minute here to soak it all in. This is so wild. I'm inside the home of the Green Bay Packers. This is the atrium here for Lambeau Field. Just a beautiful stadium. And pretty soon we'll be jumping into our tour here. We've got some of the players over here, some banners. Wonder if they would let me in there. You know, YouTube is considered social media, right? I feel like a kid in a candy store that happens to be at Disney World and won a few $1 million. This place is incredible. I think this guy looks like a young Aaron Rodgers. Good from a distance. Maybe not now. I don't think we can say that name now. Not in here. That's kind of taboo. He's a Jet. So we have to pick up some number 10 jerseys. We'll find the stores in here, and we are going to pick up our new quarterback's jersey, number 10, Jordan Love, and get ready for a fantastic season. Check out these jerseys, actually worn by the players here. My hands are a little, my goodness, how did he go so wide? There is just so much to see here. It is incredible to be here. Funny thing is, I've been to the stadium before, but not for a game. And this will be my first tour of the stadium. I was here for a show that Miller put on, Miller Beer, back in I think 2002 or 2003, as they're a huge sponsor of the Green Bay Packers. And it was getting ready for the season. I want to say it was like early August. They had some sort of event that I was able to come to, and we will never get this entire stadium in one vlog. This is going to have to be multiple videos. And this is the only fan-owned team, isn't it, in the NFL? And there's what, 36, 37 teams? 32? All right, so I've added a few. Haven't named them yet, but they'll be coming to a city near you, the extra few I just added. And we should see if they sell cheese heads here, huh? Walk around the cheese head. Get our tour started here. This atrium just blows me away, though. This is like the Walt Disney World for football fans. If you're a Green Bay Packer fan, that is. I suppose it's maybe not so much of a Walt Disney World if you're a fan of a different team and don't like the Packers, but that's sinful, so we won't tolerate that attitude here. Go Pack, go! That was a fun tour. Video footage was not allowed down there, so that explains all the camera pictures that I took. And there's some more on my Facebook pages, or Facebook and Instagram page as well. So follow me there on social media. You'll see some more behind the scenes here at Lambeau Field. Having a great time here. Now we're gonna go check out the pro shop and see what it's gonna cost to get a jersey or two. Probably gonna have to finance it. Let's go check it out. Wow, look at all this stuff. I'm like a kid in a candy store at Walt Disney World, and never mind, I said that earlier. There you go, that's a must-do look when you're in Wisconsin. The cheese heads. You want one? Yes, you do. Would you like a Packer cornhole game set? That's pretty neat. There's another one over here. Oh, look at this. The legendary quarterbacks of Green Bay. I got the bobbleheads. For those divided households, they have everything you can think of in here. And you're probably aware with the licensing, you're going to pay top dollar. But you come here and you get paid top dollar in 3 of your organs. It is crazy expensive in here for things that you would typically find at like Kohl's or Amazon or Walmart. Similar things, but a lot cheaper online or something. I guess we have to help pay the electric bill of the stadium. It is endless, all the merchandise in here. I have to just kind of pan fast with the camera because there's just so much. More mugs in different designs and colors and styles. Aaron Rodgers did a few Hail Marys. Yeah, it gets a little cold for the December and January games. Quite cold. There have been times where they have played where it's 0. It's slightly above it outside, and that's not the wind chill. The store just goes on and on and on. Need some pants? We're looking for Jordan Love. Here we go.
$160.
How much is he?
$160.
Wow. All right, 160. We'll Amazon that. We'll definitely have to get one. And I was surprised, but the Aaron Rodgers jerseys are not discounted. You would think that they'd be liquidating those. Get them out of here. The store is just endless. It is huge. Every time I turn around, I think I'm out of here. It continues. Well, look at this. See? Even Barbie is a Packer fan. That is the Pro Store here at Lambeau Field. Pretty awesome. Just so many things in there. Green Bay Packers. I mean, things I would never even think of to put the logo on. And yeah, that G logo is everywhere. It was a fun tour, and my son was shocked because, yeah, we thought we were going to Iowa, and you came to Lambeau. He is a huge Packers fan. Did the shock wear off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a good surprise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a surprise, so few words. So right across the street from what I was showing you earlier, and we could go in front of these houses. Actually, in the front, I don't think that you really see much. It's the backyards where they really theme up, like football fields and everything that they do around here. These houses are like little miniature Lambos. So we'll show you what that is. But there's more to come on this video because we're not done yet. No. It's not just about the Packers here in Green Bay. There are a few really neat things I want to show you. One of them is called Bay Beach. And that has to do, let me put together a little riddle for you. That has to do with a roller coaster and Elvis Presley. Yeah, the Elvis Presley. Keep watching for that. Here are some of the houses. I don't think, I'm looking to see if there's a sidewalk. I don't see one. See if I could show you, though, some better shots of what these people do that live in the backyard of Lambeau Field. Look at this house, for example. Check this out. Look at that. They have their own goalposts back there. Might be a little tough to see their lawn. It's a little field. And the house is designed almost like a little Lambeau stadium when you think of it. It's got at least the same colors. You know, that was done on purpose. This house next door, they got the G logos all over it. And I'm guessing that's a pool. Looks like from here, it looks like a pool in front of the windows there. Well, they got some great barbecues going on here, huh? And these are actual people's houses, not the players. Although it would be interesting to find out where some of these players live, or you know, what kind of apartments they might have, or beautiful condos here in Green Bay when they're here practicing and during football season. Let's see what the front of those houses look like. I don't think they're going to be as decorated or as themed. I think they put all their money in the back. But we'll take a closer look. It's a shame that they don't have a sidewalk across the street where I could get a closer view. But then again, they probably just don't want people like me holding a camera over their property. So, but that's going to at least do it for Lambeau Field. Have you ever been here? Comment below. Let me know what game that was. And did the Pack win? And if not, what's your favorite football team? Comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Doing a quick little drive-by on Vince Lombardi Road here. Check this out. It's showtime, Green Bay. This guy even has his cutout of the players. I see Brett Favre back there, Aaron Rodgers. So those were the backs of the houses that were themed and what we were able to see. Here are the fronts, but these are diehard Packer fans. And when you've got Lambeau Field in your backyard, I mean, that's just as gorgeous as the ocean or the mountains, right? That's, look at that. Here's the house with the Lambeau colors. Oh, look at that. They got the G as part of their window there. And if you had moved to this neighborhood thinking it would be a nice quiet community during the football season, think again. That stadium, you can just feel the energy coming from it even right now. It's just 81,000 people is what they told us, is what it holds. 81,040 to be exact. It's hard for me to say goodbye right now to Lambeau. I live about 2.5 hours from it, a solid 2.5, so it's not like it's in my backyard like these people over here in this neighborhood. They're pretty lucky, but I'll be back. Definitely have to come back for a game one of these days. It's almost impossible to get in there because tickets are always sold out, but you know, the second market is where you'll find them at a slightly inflated price. I am at the historical Bay Beach Amusement Park in Green Bay. I'm walking in this place. Check this out. There's a lot of history here. Look at all the people having a great time on this ride. Those are the quietest people on the tilt-a-whirl I've ever heard. They're actually testing it. I see maintenance over there looking at something, so I think they're giving it a couple test runs and then they'll get it going. But let me show you around this place.
This place goes back to the 1890s, which is hard to believe, and it didn't quite do so well back then. It was a dance hall, a bar, had a bathhouse, but because it was swampy and infested with mosquitoes, the park didn't bring in too many visitors. So in 1908, a guy by the name of Captain John Cusick bought this place. He began renting swimsuits for 10 cents per swimsuit. On a good day, he brought in as much as $450.
Bay Beach is interesting. It's a 131 years old. This park opened in 1892. It goes back a little bit. And when you look at it, it looks like it's like a temporary carnival, like you would see at maybe a shopping mall or something that comes into town for a weekend or a fair or something and then disappears. That's not the case. They are open here May through September. We're going to get to that roller coaster in a second. There's a little history on that, like I was saying earlier with Elvis Presley. And the interesting thing about Bay Beach is it is not owned by a corporation here, like a Six Flags or Cedar Fair or anything like that. It is actually owned by the city of Green Bay, just like a typical fair sort of thing. I smell all kinds of different foods here. I think cheese curds is what I'm smelling right now, mixed in with some popcorn and brats or something. Definitely cheese curds. I can smell the cheese curds. So this is the big bad Zippin Pippin. Now the Zippin Pippin came in 2011. That's when they built it. And this has some interesting history to it. They used the trains and as much of the mechanical hardware as that they're able to use from the former Thunder Eagle roller coaster from Race World in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Now, this ride is built identical to the original Zippin Pippin from Liberty Land in Memphis, Tennessee. That was Elvis Presley's favorite roller coaster. The tallest part of the ride over here is 70 feet, and the drop over there they say is 63 feet. You'll get up to 42 miles an hour, so it's not supposed to be the biggest. It's not the fastest, but it's a fun coaster. And it's approved by Elvis Presley. Here you go, right over here. See, I wasn't lying to you. I was telling you the truth. It's Elvis Presley's favorite ride. just reading on this sign over here where Elvis Presley, he rented the original Zippin Pippin in Memphis on August 8th of 1977. Get this, from 1:15 a.m. to 7 in the morning. He rented the park for him and 10 of his buddies, and they're all decked out in their jumpsuits with black leather. They had a huge belt buckle with turquoise studs, gold chains, and the king rode the Zippin Pippin repeatedly, over and over, during a 2-hour period. He lost his belt buckle, it says on the ride, that morning, and it was found and returned to him the next day. So, way to go, Elvis. And he had the ride to himself and 10 buddies for an overnight. I don't think they will let me do that here, but we'll at least get on it. So we just bought 5 rides, including the roller coaster, okay? 5 rides and the roller coaster. For the 2 of us, 32 tickets here, $8. Well, beat that, Six Flags. You are not going to beat the price of entertainment that you get at this little amusement park. Now, it is small, there's no doubt about it. It is small, but, you know, to do 4 rides and the roller coaster, I mean, technically 5 rides, and they're decent rides for $8 for 2 people. Free parking. This is Bay Beach. If you find yourself in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and you're looking for something to do other than checking out a Packer game or touring Lambeau Field, you got to come here. Because there's really a lot here for the young kids, but there's some fun stuff here for the older kids, like me. Behind me, like I said, that's Green Bay area, which is really Lake Michigan. And it's a beautiful view back there. And then you turn around and you got the amusement park right behind you. That just happens to have a great view. On the tilt-a-whirl. Oh, all right, we had it going. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Woo. That's a good ride. Nice breeze. Oh, we just did that Zippin Pippin ride here. That's got some bumps to it, seriously rough. And that was Elvis's favorite ride. If Elvis only knew of today's technology and today's roller coasters, that was rough. Actually, the very last seat I thought I was gonna fly out on. I have never been on a roller coaster where I am depending on the lap bar so much, but it was interesting. It was only $1. Well, that is Bay Beach Amusement Park here in Green Bay. You know what? $8 for 2 people to go on 5 rides, including Elvis Presley's favorite roller coaster. How can you beat that? Bay Beach, it is very clean here. It's very family friendly. It was a good time, and it's cheap. Fun rides, can't beat it. You know, Elvis was into very shaky rides. I think I lost a lung on the Zippin Pippin. That was pretty zippin', all right. And we are staying at a name brand hotel. I typically just don't do reviews on the big franchises just because you know what to expect out of them. But if you're coming to Green Bay, whether it's for a game or anything else, I thought I'd give you a quick peek of what this place looks like. This is the Marriott Delta. We're probably maybe a couple miles from Lambeau Field, so we're not far at all. It's a perfect location for game day. And if you're looking for a nice place, let me show you what this looks like. So the TV went on when we came in, and these lights over the bed came on as well, so you instantly get mood music and yeah, I guess a little lighting if you should check in at night. Beds look white, nice and clean. Mikey's leaning on one over here. Is it comfortable? No? All right. Typical hotel bed, hard. You know what I've noticed though is they seem low to the ground compared to a lot of other beds. This is just above my knee line basically, this bed, so almost step down to get into it. So it's a nice room. It's very clean, something that you would expect from a Marriott Delta. It's clean. It's got the commode, the toilet, and it's got the nice bright window mirror light. Hey, what's up? So there you go. It's nice and bright in here, and everything you expect. You know, you got your complimentary moisturizer. You got shampoo over here. Nice and clean. I am not finding anything in here that stands out that I would complain about. No mold, nothing like that. It looks very clean in here, actually. So the only thing I just noticed, and I'm not going to really be picky on, is we are really low on toilet paper. But that's really about it. Otherwise, no complaints. We'll just get situated here, probably grab a bite to eat, and I'm not going to really show you around the hotel because there's really not a whole heck of a lot to see here. It's just a typical Marriott Delta, but I'll put a link of this hotel into the description below, so if you will be coming to Green Bay, you can check this place out. And once we're situated and settled in and maybe grab a bite to eat, I'll grab that water camera, and the next scene will be... Alright, now it's Mikey's turn. You gonna do it? Alright, he's gonna do the water slide. He wants to do the water slide. I'll let him off the hook. It's cold. Alright, here he comes. Remember, he is dry. He's not been in this. This is a little warmer than the pool I just jumped in. He's coming. Working his way down. Here he comes. A little bit of a shock. Okay, not bad. Alright, he says it's okay. It is a little warmer than that one. I'll go on it. Mikey's already up there. Well, these are kind of rough on the feet. No lifeguard. So I'll send a guest down right after you go. Alright, he's off. There he goes. And he's in. Alright. My turn. Here we go. Good time. He says gotta lay down. I don't know if you gotta lay down, but I'm lying down. That's good. Oh, jeez. Oh, here we go. Whoa. Woo. Woo. I bottomed out on that. These stairs are horrible. I know it's hard to see. This is like a cement. Maybe it's metal. No, it's just a real sharp plastic. You got these, like, I don't know, these things that just puncture into your feet. It hurts. Here we go. Going down the slide. Oh, jeez. Picking up some speed now. Oh, we're moving now. Woo. All right, Mikey's going face first. Face first, there we go. Just trying to hold the camera up the whole time, and I couldn't get in the right position. I doinked my head on that. I would not recommend that face first, by the way. Head down. When you're going head first, oh geez, and you hit the curves, I really would not recommend it. Not a good idea. Like I said, it's not a good idea. Oh look, back to the cold pool. 1, 2, 3. Alright, is he gonna do it? You did it.
It's not that bad anymore.
No, now that you're wet, it's definitely colder than that one, but it's not horrible. Well, you've been enjoying H2O fun with Maverick and Mikey. You'll see me a little later on. I'm pooped. Green Bay was fun. Had a great time with Mikey. If you thought Lambeau was a great time, comment below. Let me know about this video and your thoughts about Lambeau Field and just kind of getting silly at Bay Beach and, of course, at the pool at the Marriott Delta. Coming up in the next video, Kelly will return, and she will join me as I go back to the Mall of America in Minneapolis. We'll do a part 2 on that video. And that will be things that I have missed from my first trip there earlier this year. I focused more on the amusement park section. Now I will check out some of the other attractions, including shopping. Who knew? At a mall. That'll be coming up in the next video. I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel for more travels and attractions and fun adventures. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below, let's get social, and you will see me on the next one.
Subscribe now.